Happy Thursday, it's Amanda, the Pay It Forward Mom. Hope you guys are doing really well and excited for the big holiday weekend coming up. I have had a bittersweet morning. My youngest, it's her last day of preschool ever. And then tonight is her graduation and she's so excited. We went and got this cute little dress the other day. She's been planning how to style her hair all week. Those of you who know her can believe this. And it's gonna be a really nice night, but it's just bizarre after having 3 kids. My oldest is 9.5, and so we've been doing preschool for a long time. And the thought that that whole chapter is done, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I don't exactly love it, but I don't hate it either. The thought of them all being on the same schedule next year is pretty awesome. So guys, I wanted to take the time to talk to you guys today about something I get asked very frequently. I often will post pictures on my Instagram of the meals that we're eating or food I've prepared. And as many of you guys know who know me personally, I am dairy and gluten-free. About 5 years ago now, I started having some health problems, and after being put on pretty strong drugs that aren't really tested very well, like Lyrica, that was the one that I was really leery of. I decided to try the more natural route, and that's when I went gluten-free, and I could tell a huge difference in how I felt. I don't take anything anymore for any of that. It seems like it's a thing in the past, and I don't know if it has to do with going gluten-free, but I do know I feel better, so I stick with it. So pretty much the same thing. I was having a little bit of health stuff, nothing serious at all, just enough to be annoying. And I started researching dairy-free, and I had no idea how your body processes dairy, inflammation, and all the things that can play in if your body isn't in love with dairy. So it's been almost a year, and I love it. And that is coming from, if you had asked me a year ago, I would have said my favorite food is cheese. I am the person ordering the cheese plate anywhere we go, at any restaurant. If they have a cheese plate, it's got my name on it. So I was very reluctant, but I will say that this year on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, I don't participate. I am team dairy, and it really doesn't have many negative side effects at all. It's just, you know, you feel a little bit more bloated and just kind of yucky for like a day, but when you look at all those casseroles, it's worth it. So it's cool when you don't actually have an allergy. You can go off track a little bit on those special occasions and not have huge repercussions. I'm always asked about food, my menu, what we keep in our pantry. So I'm gonna start delving into that a little bit more on this channel in hopes that I can help anyone else. I will preface by saying I am not a nutritionist at all, and I'm not trying to be. I am not a personal trainer and will never be. This is just how I decided to eat. It makes me feel better, and it's worked. So maybe it'll work for one of you. And let me also say that my kids, I'm pretty strict about how they eat, to the point where they get annoyed sometimes, but I will say, you know, pretty much every Friday night we have pizza night or we go out to dinner, and they can get what they want. I'm not a complete lunatic, to be honest. My son has had some weight struggles, and I mean, to the point where his doctor has said something the last couple of years, and it just blows my mind because we do not keep anything bad in the house, seriously. And the doctor will go into this spiel about not keeping chips in the house, fried food, and I'm like, never. Like, that doesn't happen. So it's a little frustrating, but then I see pictures of myself as a child, and I was joked about my weight constantly. Especially like first, second, and third grade. It was terrible. I remember wanting to change schools so badly. And I finally did in 4th grade for other reasons. And as I got taller and got older and closer to puberty, I kind of evened out a bit. But for a large chunk of my childhood, I was made fun of all the time. So I don't want that for him. I don't want that for any of my children. I don't want that for any children in the world. A couple weeks ago, he got really upset and he said that a couple of boys had made some comments at school, and I said, well, how do you feel about that? And he said, I feel bigger than a lot of people in my class. And I said, what do you want to do? You know, what do you want to do? I will help you however possible. And he said, I really want to get fit. So I love that it wasn't, I want to get skinny or I want to lose weight. It was, I want to get fit. So that's what we're doing. I'm really working, because we don't eat bad stuff. I'm thinking maybe the quantity of what he's eating was too much. Maybe I'm serving him too large of portions, so we'll work on that. He also admitted that he's been trading food for a long time at school, or just taking his friends things that they don't want, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, that could be a problem. But anyway, we're trying to work that out. And it's very hard with a child, because you definitely don't want to go down a road where they're going to later develop an eating disorder. You know, you hear about parents that are very strict about eating healthy, and then when they have more control over what they eat, it's in their head and it just goes the complete opposite direction. So I feel like you're skating this very thin line of what to say, what to feed them, how seriously to take it, when to just relax. And I don't know if I'm doing it right. We'll find out, I guess. But I'm doing the best I can. And I do get asked about it all the time. So here we go. I thought we'd start by showing you some staples today and go from there. Okay, I've never done this before, guys, so bear with me. I'm trying to get everything level so you can see it. Okay, first off, oatmeal. I typically always start my day with oatmeal. I will say you need to go old-fashioned oats. So many minerals, vitamins, jumpstart your metabolism. There are hundreds of reasons why, but the quick 1-minute oats just don't do it. I'm sorry, guys. So what I do is usually on Sundays, I will do a big, huge batch that will last typically a week. So I do it with almond milk, fill up the big pot with almond milk, a whole container, and then do your oats. I just eyeball everything. I know that's infuriating. Some of my family members and a couple of my neighbors are always like, no, I need the recipe. I'm like, I've got nothing. So I hope this is helpful and not irritating. But anyway, you pour in the oats so that you can just see them with the milk. Cover it up. You're gonna wanna stir off and on for about an hour to get it the right consistency. And I use cinnamon and Truvia. I go through so many of these, it's disturbing. And like I said, guys, I am not perfect. This is what I like. I'm sure there's some study on why, you know, this stevia derivative is not good and causes terrible diseases. But I can't with that right now. I used to be addicted to Equal and Splenda and all those really bad ones. So this is what works for me. I have a mega sweet tooth, and this cures what ails me. So anyway, the oats, almond milk, the Truvia, and cinnamon. That's it. So then you just measure out a cup every morning of your pre-done oatmeal, pop it in the microwave. Ever since the slime incident of 2018, I don't have a microwave. So I've been heating it up in the pan, which is a little irritating, but it's better for you. Moving on, chai seeds. I have this chai pudding. There are multiple recipes you can find online for chai pudding. Chai is like a powerhouse for your body, and it makes everything pretty delicious. The puddings are so easy to make, and there's so many, like you can add blueberries. I like the matcha chai pudding. We'll get there. Banana, you can find any different kinds, and you just make it, pop it in the fridge, measure it out when you're ready, good to go, done. I can post the recipe for this one. This is my absolute favorite. Okay, so matcha is a delicious green tea that has all sorts of health benefits. And the great thing, I am a coffee drinker, but this is perfect for like midday. You don't ever get like jittery if you have too much. It's just kind of even keeled and gets you through the day. So I'd highly recommend this. But my favorite chai pudding is actually the chai matcha, which I do have the recipe for this one somewhere. I'll put it in the description of this video. All right, guys, a lot of you have gone gluten-free, have tried bread. This is my favorite. It's Udi's. It's often with the frozen food. It's really good. I hardly ever eat bread. I try to do my carbs first thing in the morning, and then throughout the day I don't. But when I do, this is my go-to. And my children love this bread. My son's best friend went home after our sleepover last week and told his mom that he's gotta get this delicious, healthy bread. So my friend called, and that is what he was referring to. So, all right, egg beaters. And again, not a nutritionist. I'm sure it's been a long time since I've researched these. I don't know what they're saying right now. We love eggs. We have chickens in our backyard. So we are real egg people too. And there's so many studies coming out right now that totally debunk the fact that eggs aren't good for you cholesterol-wise. I feel like everything in moderation. My kids have been doing turkey sausage, 1 egg, and like on a piece of toast for breakfast in the morning, and they really dig that. I myself, midday, I will do egg beaters kind of as like a lunch or a late, usually around like 11, I get hungry. So I'll make these with my diet cheese. Guys, going dairy-free, I'm not gonna say it's like totally easy, but you just find things to substitute what you love, and it's all good. So the Dia is amazing. It tastes delicious. It melts like regular cheese. So make sure, guys, that it has the melts and stretches up here at the top. Super delicious. My husband, when he has scrambled eggs or egg beaters now, he specifically asks for the fake cheese. Fake cheese, we call it. It's really, really good. So that kind of takes care of the cheese situation. Granted, when you order pizza and such, it kind of stinks. You're gonna have to change some things, but I don't ever see myself becoming not dairy-free. Again, I don't know about gluten. I'd like to say no, but I felt so much better after both of them were gone. And I want that for all of you guys. I want all of you guys to feel good, whether you get rid of anything or not, just finding what works for your body. I was overweight before I got pregnant with Carter. I probably needed to lose about 25 pounds, and then I gained, pregnancy weight. I didn't even go completely overboard. It was like 35 pounds. And, but you add that, to what I needed to lose, and it was I was a number that I don't want to see again. So after a few months, I also didn't want to drive myself crazy with my first baby being a newborn dieting. I did not do that. I waited until he was probably about 6 months, and then I started South Beach. And a lot of what I eat now kind of goes by that, the lean proteins, lean meats, not a lot of carbs, and I loved it. I lost a lot of weight. I felt great about myself, most importantly, for the first time in a long time, because even before I got pregnant, I wanted to lose that weight. I just didn't. So I would highly recommend looking into the South Beach diet if you are looking for a program. You can find pretty much everything online. There's no need to buy the books anymore. My husband's doing keto right now, and I feel like, I don't know, all these like trendy diet things. He was telling me the premise of keto, and I'm like, isn't that South Beach? Yeah, like I'm pretty sure it is. But regardless, you just have to find what works for you. My chocolate. I am so addicted to chocolate. It's not good. Every night I have to have my chocolate chips in the evening. It's my thing. I actually started it years ago when I was doing South Beach because you were allowed semi-sweet chocolate. So I stick to it. I'm supposed to do 2 tablespoons a night, so I get my little cup, measure them out, but often I do 3, then pop a couple extra, for good luck. All right, friends, so I just wanted to touch a little bit on my favorites, my pantry staples, and then I'll just kind of incorporate different recipes and different favorite things that I find along the way on the videos. But you'll definitely find more of the food stuff if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat. I'm constantly snapping. I made this meal the other night for my family. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the shirataki noodles. They're bagged noodles in water. I know that sounds weird and gross. It's usually with the tofu, but they're really, really, really good. And there's 10 calories per serving. I think 3 carbs, don't quote me on that. I did that and some meatless sausage for them, just with EVOO and some Italian seasoning, and they loved it. They're like, Mom, thank you so much. I'm like, yep, tastes bad for you, but it's really good for you. I love it. That's the thing. You gotta find those little tricks. Last but not least, I mentioned the other day I had the like high crazy messy pony. I'm totally into messy hair for the warm weather. The spray that I mentioned, I said I didn't want to say anything about it yet because I didn't know how it was going to go. I've been using it all week and I love it. My 5-year-old this morning asked for it. So, and you guys know she's super trendy. So it is, I thought it was Oi and like a Hawaiian brand, but I started researching it and it's actually, the name is French. It's O-U-A-I, but it's pronounced Way, just to be trendy. I'm not kidding. The creator said they wanted it to be a conversation starter, so they clumped a bunch of vowels together. So, I mean, here we are having a conversation. It worked. All right, wave spray is what I have, and texturizing hairspray. This is so funny. On the back, it says, when dry shampoo and hairspray have a baby, this is born. And the smell of these products is amazing. What I did today was like hit a blow dryer for, you know, a few seconds, because if not, I've got like these crazy, not cute frizzy curls. So I hit it for a few and then scrunched, sprayed, scrunched, sprayed, and I got this mess. But I feel like it's cute and it's summery, and that's what I was going for. So guys, this was given to me by Sephora to try. So I know that they'll have the product. You can also order it online. And guys, have such a good Memorial Day weekend. We are heading to my parents' house with our best friends, their family. They have 4 children. We'll have our 3, my folks, the pool, the sun, the cookout. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you guys have something incredible planned and you get some time with your people, most importantly. And I will not be back on Monday. We'll be traveling back on Monday. So the next video will come out on Tuesday. All right, guys. Bye.